high performance, performing beyond your expectations. Where would that take you?
Wow. Limitless possibilities.
Yes. Exciting possibilities for the months to come.
The months to come, yes. Right, so let's get cracking.
That's what we're going to be talking about in this week's episode of
Get Real with the English Sisters. Well, I mean, it's always lovely when something goes beyond your expectations. Like you go to a hotel and you have expectations for it and you think, yeah, it's going to be lovely. And then it goes beyond your expectations. And it's wow. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is more than what you expected.
That's a great feeling that I have enjoyed.
Have you?
A few times. Not that many.
Come on, this summer when we went to Surpassing,
that
was beyond my expectations.
So was it. It was a cheap holiday
It
deal.
was
and
a
it was
massive,
amazing.
That was amazing. Come on, that was one of those really great holiday deals that was in this beautiful hotel.
Yes. I mean, it was supposed to be a nice hotel. It was a 4-star hotel. But it
really was 5-star, wasn't it?
Cheap deal.
Cheap deal, yeah, that was beautiful.
And the weather was beautiful as well because it was September, late.
Yeah, it was really hot, yeah.
So that was beyond our expectations.
But then you also got the beach part.
The beach was
we got
delightful.
all that, all the beds, the umbrella, the sun lounges and everything were all included. So you would just go down to the beach and say, oh, I belong to that hotel.
That was nice.
And then they would open the door and then take you down. Come on, that was beyond my expectations.
Yes, and mine too. And we had a great time.
Best holiday ever.
Yes.
So sometimes things can go beyond your expectations. So this podcast, we're going to be more talking about personal stuff.
Like you've gone on holiday mode already.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, but this is not.
It could be.
I just thought of it, when things go
beyond.
Imagine
how wonderful. I mean, we did tell them, but how wonderful the hotel management and the staff will feel when they know that they've met their customers' expectations, and even more so.
Yeah,
they were going to feel amazing, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and what are you trying to say? I mean, yes, they are going to feel amazing.
They will have
gone beyond.
They will have gone beyond their own expectations.
I don't know if they're their own. I don't know if they expected to do that.
I don't know if they expect to do that, because for them it's probably become part of life and they probably feel as if it's quite normal.
I don't know, but for us it was definitely beyond my expectations to get that kind of service, that kind of luxury at that bargain price. But anyway, what we can take from this is that sometimes we can even surprise ourselves and go beyond our own expectations.
I personally have surprised myself because I started weight training.
Really? Yeah.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I have gone beyond my expectations because, I mean, it's worked out amazingly. First of all, I really enjoy it, which I thought I would, but not as much.
Did you think you would actually enjoy it?
I did, kind of.
No, at first I remember you saying, it's so stressful, I have to follow all those things it says on that paper.
It was really hard.
You hated it at first. You can't forget the struggle, the initial struggle.
I did forget the struggle.
Yeah, you've just gone to the good part. At the beginning, you were telling me, I remember you saying, God, it's such a pain. There's so many things you have to keep on stopping and then going and reading
and writing them down.
Yeah, all those things you had to do. I mean, you know what they're called. Those
were the weights.
Those things. 30, all those exercises. Because I don't do it, but you did.
Yes,
and you know what it is.
But I'm so surprised by myself how I'd forgotten how difficult it was at first.
Yeah, I remembered it. Used to moan. I mean, used to say, this is really important to do strength training.
And I was thinking it was even brain training, because just to write it all down, how many sets for me.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Sets and
numbers.
The sets of 3, of 12 or 8. That was really complicated.
It was
First
complicated.
of all, I didn't know what the exercises were called.
No.
So like, I don't know, the lift. I can't remember.
Don't look at me, because you know I don't do them, but you bought everything. You had your whole house in the hobby area, it
You're
was all
making me laugh.
dedicated to the gym. So you should know,
No, and it still is.
It still is.
And now, but now I just go down there and I think, 3 sets of this. Sometimes every now and then I forget what an exercise is if I haven't done it for a while.
Right, okay.
Most of all, I'm on maintenance now, which is amazing. So I don't have to do it every
You've gone beyond your expectations of learning how to acquire that new skill.
Complete conscious competence.
Yeah, and you became very competent and your body has grown stronger because of
grown
that.
a lot stronger.
And who would have thought?
Nobody.
You didn't think it, did you?
Well, I thought it'd be harder to grow muscle.
Right, and you managed to do it.
But obviously I was very consistent, 4 times a week or whatever for a long time. And like what you said, it was hard at first, which I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Because there was also a fun part of it, knowing that I was doing something for myself.
Yeah.
But it was difficult. And there's times when I was very tired and I still did it. And I used to say to myself, you'll always feel better afterwards, Violetta. So even if you don't feel like doing it now, afterwards you will feel better.
Right. So that was like your mantra.
Yeah,
you will always feel better.
Always feel better after. So now I have got to that stage where I still sometimes, if I feel a bit tired, I don't feel like doing it. But yes, and my diet
have that
has
in your
changed. I eat more protein. I feel stronger.
Yeah. Wow.
And fitter.
Yeah, so there you go. That was.
So that's gone beyond my expectations, which was great.
Yeah, as far as physical activities, you've certainly gone beyond in many aspects.
I didn't think I'd be able to build this kind of. You
can see us on YouTube. You think, she's like,
there's not that much muscle,
but it's not bad.
But it's good for me.
Yeah, it's
gone beyond my
exactly. Everyone has to think about their own body and their own. What they're capable of.
Yes.
You can't expect to be
there's nothing extreme. There's no 6-pack. There's nothing. You'll see us on YouTube. There's just that. There's a little bit of muscle on the arm,
a little bit of
which I show off about very proudly. But
I haven't got that actually. No.
And I've noticed that my back has improved, my posture's improved. I
really have to get to that.
Sometimes I have neck ache and then I go and do some weightlifting and I feel better afterwards.
Really?
It strengthens you.
I thought you said it hurt your neck once.
No, when I used to do it, when I didn't do it properly.
You have to be careful.
You have to have good form. You have to do it calmly. With supervision, obviously.
Yeah.
At first.
Right.
Unless you're doing it at home, just a few weights, but always follow a tutorial or something on YouTube. There's so much stuff you can get to follow now.
We can really surprise ourselves, can't we? As
and
human
I think
beings.
What it is I think it's also the part of going beyond your expectations is consistency. So following a plan, focusing on that and just doing
step
it anyway.
Step by step.
Yes.
And looking back and thinking, yes, I did that, and being proud and going ahead, not forgetting what you did yesterday, but at the same time looking towards tomorrow, being focused.
Looking forward to tomorrow.
Looking forward, yeah. Even if you don't enjoy it, I guess, because you have to look forward.
Sometimes if you don't look forward to the bigger picture, you can feel demoralised and you feel, oh no, it's not
So
working.
the trick is to see the big picture, see yourself in this case as being healthy,
strong in this case. If you're looking forward, like if you want to improve your mental focus and maybe you want to study something new or do something new, then just step by step and then look at the bigger picture.
Right, yeah, definitely. No, I'm thinking, it is all about being consistent and taking those daily small steps towards no matter what it is, really. You want to be healthier, you want to eat better, drink more water. It starts with 1 glass.
It does.
And then build it up.
I mean, look at this podcast. It's gone beyond our expectations. We didn't expect to do something. We knew it. We wanted it to be a long-term thing, but we didn't think that so many people all around the world would be listening, did we?
Not really, no. It has gone beyond.
We didn't think it would be at the start when we first didn't know anything about podcasting. We could never imagine it would be on Apple Podcasts.
No, we could
worldwide.
Not. Yeah, that's true.
So it's all these things that have gone beyond our expectations, where we had a big dream for it, but we couldn't really quite pinpoint it.
And it was such a struggle at the beginning.
So difficult to get there. You have to.
And it was so easy to let go and just say no, that way, no, that's far too hard. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sometimes things that seem so complex,
Well, at first,
you have to break them
When we
down.
first had to do it, I just said, no way, there's no.
No way we're going to go
My
down that.
daughter told me we had to do a podcast. I said, there's no way we're going to do a podcast. I've got zero
Intentions,
technology.
yeah.
I do not understand that kind of technology. I don't know how to get it on Apple Podcasts or anywhere. We don't know how to do that. That's
No.
the first reaction.
Yeah.
And then the next day, something clicks in the brain and it starts working. How can we make that happen?
and how do you make it click in the brain? So what
I
do you think
the
is a certain
thing-
brain?
The thing is that you have to, like, someone has to say something to you, or you have to read something where there might be a flicker in your brain saying, maybe I could do that, or maybe that would be a good thing for me to do. And then you get all the negativity. No, it's too difficult. You can't do that. Blah blah blah. And then you have to kind of wipe that all away with, like, as if it's almost like as if there's rain on a windscreen wiper on your car, and it would just wipe it all away. And then step by step, little things to maybe start looking, what kind of equipment would I need?
Yeah, just browsing. Make it really casual.
How do I have to do
Yeah,
this?
casual.
What would be? I've got an iPhone. I can record. I've got this. I can just maybe need to get this equipment. It's not that expensive, or it is expensive. Maybe I can save up for it. Whatever you have to do.
It was these small little steps. You think so? Once the flicker, as you called
Once
it,
a beyond expectation, something you would never imagine yourself
say
doing.
no way, I'm not doing that. You know, I can't do that.
Can't
But you
handle
kind of somebody tell, or you get that idea, because what I think what happens is that if you get the idea, it's because you can do it. Otherwise, the idea wouldn't go in your mind. It's like somebody
You just dismiss it.
Yeah, once said to me, if you think you can be on television, for example, because I always said, no, I think I can be on television, like broadcasting. They said, if you think you can do it, it's because there's a part of you that knows you can do it. You would be comfortable with it. Otherwise, you would say, no way would I be able to do that, for example, because it's overwhelming. Then afterwards, when you go back on yourself and think, oh God, why on earth did I say that? That sounds so scary. You know, like when you think you're in your right mind, you go back and say, oh, no way. Why did I say I think I could be on TV doing a program? That sounds so hard.
But maybe that is your right mind.
That's what I mean. I think this happens to a lot of people when they think, I want to start my business, or I could be up on the theatre stage, or I could be... Maybe I could be an actor, or I could be doing that. But then afterwards you think, oh no, what was I thinking of? How embarrassing. Why did I even say that to my friend? And you freak out a little bit about it. But I think if you've said it, there's something there. It's that flicker that you said. I think you have to elaborate on those flickers.
Yeah, it could even be something, I don't know why this has just come to mind, but something so banal as seeing someone you admire wearing a certain thing and thinking, I could wear that. And then, oh no, that's not me. I don't.
No,
I
yeah,
don't wear
getting
those,
scared, yeah.
That's too short or too long or too bright.
Too shiny.
I can't do that. And yes, if it's come to mind, you can be that person. You can change and you can be beyond what you thought you could be.
Yeah, and it's not easy.
And sometimes if you do go for that bright colour, and you might think, oh, I feel strange at first, but maybe I could get used to this.
Yeah. You start wearing it. The more you wear it, then the more people become used to you wearing those kind of different outfits, and the more it becomes kind of the new normal for you.
Yeah. And when you are going beyond your expectations, there's probably a lot of change involved. And in that change, even in small changes, you may get opposition because your friends and your family
they don't like change.
They don't want you to change.
No.
They want you to stay the same.
Yeah. Change is always scary. It's scary for you. It's scary for them. They don't want you to change and go somewhere else or start doing something else. They know who you are, and they categorized you into that little thing. You are a doctor, you are a policeman, you are this, you are that. And if you suddenly say, no, well, I've had a flicker. Now, what are you talking about? Don't listen to those English sisters. This flicker, rubbish. But if you've had a flicker, you obviously be careful. You keep your job, but you can still nourish the flicker at the same time. You can nourish that seed, can't you? You can cultivate it. Spare time, whatever. You can follow up on it. You've always wanted to travel more. There's a reason why you always want to travel more. There's a part of you that wants that. Don't ignore it, I say. Listen to it. There could be something very extraordinary in that next journey you take.
Yeah, and maybe the people around you don't want you to take that journey because it's taking funds away from themselves of something they want to do.
Like financially.
It's expensive, or time away from themselves.
Time, a lot
they
of the
might
time.
want to hang out with you in that time. And they think, oh no, they're going off for a period of time, and I wanted to do something with them then.
Because it was on their agenda,
it was
really.
on their schedule again.
That is so true.
So, and I think when you do go beyond your expectations, you will surprise yourself, and then you can be pretty proud of that, I think.
It does build a lot of confidence, like what you were saying in the way, self-esteem grows exponentially when you go beyond your expectations. Your expectations can start small, and then you can build them up slowly. Any marathon runner, anyone will say, wow, how did they manage to do that?
Exactly.
How? Consistency, daily, doing it day by day.
And like what you said, hard work, because I've forgotten
a lot
about
of hard
that.
work.
A lot of the time it's like
slog.
I think it's a bit like when you give birth. I mean, you forget about how hard it is after you've done it because you've got your baby. Some people don't. Unfortunately, if you've been traumatized, that's a different case. But normally we get our endorphins get going, like what happened to me with the bodybuilding. And I had generally forgotten about all that.
Yes. Yeah, you can tend
to
just...
it becomes a general skill that you have acquired. Now I just look at the workout sheet and I just think, sure, there's nothing. It's just normal for me.
You give that to me, it looks like Chinese.
Yes.
I would think, what the hell? That looks like a new language.
Yes.
Let alone managing to do whatever they are, the push-ups and all of that stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, the bench press.
You've got to be very proud of yourself. You've gone beyond your expectations.
Yeah. Even just putting out those special gloves you have, the workout gloves for the weight.
Yeah, there's so many things.
It's foreign to you at first.
It's foreign.
It's all foreign.
It's foreign. It's like a new world, a new language. It's all foreign. So it's small baby steps, definitely, towards exceeding your own expectations, whether it's in a business, in sport, in making yourself healthier, changing your lifestyle, whatever it is. Small little steps, and everything can go beyond your expectations. I say you can go beyond your expectations because we put so many limits on our own capabilities all the time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of
self-imposing
us do have very low expectations because of society as well, and what it's imposed on us. I think some people have very high expectations. That's not good either, because especially if you can't meet them, you feel bad. And that's not good, and we're going towards a perfectionism.
That's a different
story.
Topic. Yeah,
but generally we have low expectations because we've been told to be. We've been pushed down, really, in general. Most people have by somebody or society.
You can't do that. That's difficult. Yeah, we know that.
That's expensive. That's difficult. That's not for you.
Don't start a business. Too complicated. Yeah, blah, blah. We know that, don't we?
You're too old, you're too young.
There's always something, isn't there?
There's always something to stop you.
So you've got to say, look, if I had a flicker, if I had an idea, maybe there's something to that idea and you can follow up. I don't care what it is. You like doing pottery. We had a friend, she loved pottery. She's opened her own little shop now where she sells pottery. Yeah. And hey, good for her. It's become a little business.
It's a business.
It's a business now. So you would think, no, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you putting yourself through that? No, because she wanted to. and she's gone beyond her expectations.
Exactly.
And so it doesn't matter what it is.
No. And usually when you're doing things as well that go beyond your expectations, you're always doing a service or something for the world as well. So it's always usually a nice thing as well. Because when you improve yourself, you improve, it's like it has a chain effect. The people around you feel better.
Even if it's just doing weights like what you were saying, then you're becoming stronger, so your family's happier.
Yes.
You can do more stuff with your family because you're stronger, you're more resilient, etc., etc. God, I really have to start training. This is making me feel I'm gonna exceed my expectations and do some kind of physical activity. Definitely.
Exactly. Well, thank you for listening, and please do stop by on at the English Sisters on Instagram or at Get Real with the English Sisters too, which is a special page dedicated to the podcast, and come and say hi, and you can DM us as well.
Yeah, and let us know how you exceeded your expectations or how you're planning to exceed your expectations for the future.
Because there's always lots of things to be done.
There's
that
definitely
are exciting and motivational and make us feel great in the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lots of love and smiles from the
English Sisters. Bye-bye.